r/NoSleep. Posted by you/Gunnerfrog10. I didn't realize how lonely a person could be until now. I met Cyrus about a month back. Track season was just starting, and when we practice he would sit in the stands and watch. Sometimes I saw him reading, but he always had his headphones in. It wasn't uncommon for kids to sit and watch practice. Most of them were paying more attention to each other than to us. I only noticed Cyrus more than the others because I never saw him class. He was clearly our age, and it was a big school, so I wasn't suspicious, it was just curious to me. One day when practice was over, I happened to be walking the same direction he was on my way home. We caught each other's glance and started a conversation, or I did rather. "Hey, man, I'm John. I see you at the track all the time, but I guess we've never had class together." "Oh, I don't go here. I'm Cyrus. I'm homeschooled, but I get bored, so my parents let me hang out at the track after school. So far nobody has said anything, so I didn't think it was a problem." "I don't think it's a problem, just wanted to say what's up, see if maybe you wanted to join the team." Thanks. I just like hanging out, really." "All good, you walk down Kirkland to get home? 'Cause then we can walk together for a while." "Sure." Our first conversation mostly continued like that. I was talking and he was responding with as little effort as possible. The next day, however, he was waiting for me so we could walk. That continued for as long as track season continued. We talked about all sorts of stuff. We told each other about our families, we talked about hockey and soccer. I told him about this girl I had a crush on, and he told me about his girlfriend he met at church. Every day we walked and talked until we got to Prospect Park, and then we'd go our separate ways. He never wanted to come to my house to hang out after. He never invited me anywhere else. He didn't play video games or went to the movies. I figured maybe his family was on hard times, maybe he was embarrassed about his house and he didn't have the money to do stuff I usually take for granted. As I thought about it, I realized he wore the same clothes all the time. A black hoodie, black jeans, and some torn up Converse. For our school that was common because we wore uniforms, but there isn't a reason for a homeschool kid to do that. I started to feel bad for him. After track season was over, he'd still wait for me after school and we'd walk and talk. My friends asked about him, but he never hung out if I invited him to join the whole group. It was fine with me, I guess. My friends are kind of immature and shallow. Cyrus was hyper intelligent and seemed wise for our age. One day I was talking to him about my crush for the third day in a row when the conversation took an interesting turn. I was pretty sure Liz wanted to go with me to prom, but then today Suzanne told me that Liz was gonna say yes to Zach Klein. Then Suzanne told me Liz really liked Zach and she wouldn't want to go with anybody else. I can't stop thinking about it, man. I didn't even know they knew each other. I probably won't go now. Aren't some of your friends going without dates in a big group? You should go with them. It isn't about not having people to go with, it's about not going with Liz. More than that, having to see her with that fucking code Zach Klein. I can't believe this shit. Cyrus stayed quiet for a while and then he stopped walking. I might be able to help you out. Don't say you're gonna give me a makeover. Do you trust me? Sure. We're pretty good friends now. So even if I told you something crazy, like you're gonna laugh at first crazy, you'd at least consider it to help your problem? Whoa boy. I'll consider almost anything at this point. Are we gonna Freaky Friday this bad boy? You're a looker for sure, but I'm not sure you're so much better looking than me that she'd immediately say yes. Kind of presumptuous on your part. Cyrus got frustrated. Forget it, man, let's keep walking. Sorry, I'll stop. Tell me what you were gonna say. I have a powder. Dude, I'm not slipping anything into anybody's drink, that's fucked up. No, god damn it, it's a powder you take. You just need a picture of Liz. You take the drug before bed, you stare at her picture until you fall asleep, then you'll have a dream about her. An amazing dream, where she's in love with you and happy. Then when you wake up it will all come true. Come on. I thought you actually had a plan. I'm serious. 100% serious. I could see in his eyes that he was serious about something, but people can be serious about making you look like an idiot. Dude, that's absolutely fucking nuts. You're gonna give some sleeping pill and then laugh at me tomorrow after school when I show up and Liz is still in love with supercode Zach Klein. Look, it's your loss. My dad. He's into some really out there shit. I know what it sounds like, but I've seen it work. Something about manifesting deep desires from your soul into the physical world. You wonder why I never invite you over. It's because every time my dad talks to my friends they never come back. But I know he isn't just a bullshitter or a crazy person. The things he makes, they work. You would just have to trust me. Jesus. Okay. I will mix your magical mystery powder into my water, but if something happens to me, I'm gonna haunt your ass from the beyond. I can assure you, that will not be a problem. I'm going to go home and get it from my dad, and I'll meet you right back here. I can't just. No. Just wait here, okay? My dad will be mad if he knows I gave it to a kid. Young love is a powerful thing, I guess. I'd done pot before with my friends and liked it, but this felt like really taking things to the next level. With that in mind, it also sounds way too ridiculous to be true, so I didn't really see the harm. Cyrus was my friend. Even if this was an elaborate prank, we'd still get some laughs out of it later. I waited at the park for about half an hour and then he came back. He repeated the instructions and told me to talk to Liz tomorrow and I'd see he wasn't lying. I smiled the whole time I took the bag. It looked like Nesquik, so I figured that's what it was. I walked home and went about my usual business until bedtime. I mixed up the powder into some water, pulled up a picture of me and Liz from her birthday dinner last month and got to drinking. I did not drink Nesquik. The powder tasted like what I imagine the earth tastes like. There was some dirt in there for sure, but I tasted and smelled other stuff too. I would have stopped drinking, but I was already halfway through, might as well just dive in there. When I was finished, I laughed. Cyrus, that old so-and-so, had just gotten me to drink a handful of some kind of soil by using my teenage desire against me. It was pretty funny, until it wasn't. It only took about a minute for the room to start to spin. I had no choice but to lay down. I dropped the cup onto the floor and just managed to grab the picture of Liz and I and look at it before I passed out. Then the dream started. Wonderful vivid dreams. Liz and I kissing under waterfalls and sleeping under the stars. Dreams of admiring her banter at work parties and meeting my parents, cuddled up together in front of a fire. It felt like I lived a lifetime with her. I was overwhelmed with bliss. I didn't want to wake up, I didn't want to leave her, but I did. My alarm went off to get up and ready for school and I had tears in my eyes. I got ready as fast as humanly possible and practically ran to school. I sat by my locker. Liz's locker was in the same hall, and I waited with gargantuan anticipation. When she turned the corner, I nearly fainted. She walked right up to me and put her bag on the ground. "We need to talk," she said, leaning closer. I don't know what I was thinking. I can't believe that I said I'd go with Zach to prom even after Suzanne told me you were going to ask me. God damn it, Suzanne. No, it's okay. It's not okay. I don't know what I would have done if you went with someone else and I had to see you there. I would have been stuck with that code while I could have been with you the whole time. John, I know you love me. I've known for a while and I love you too, of course I do, I just never realized how much. Do you want to go to prom with me? Holy fuck, Cyrus did it. He gave me the greatest gift a friend could give and I had laughed at him when he told me. Liz just said she loved me, she asked me to prom. She called Zach Klein a code, which he was, but still it was nice to hear. The rest of the day was a blur. Every second we weren't in class, Liz and I were together. We held hands, we made out behind the Fine Arts building, we ate lunch without our friends. She was filling up all of my senses, but I couldn't wait to see Cyrus. I owed all of this to him. After Liz's parents had picked her up from school, I ran to the track to meet up with him, but he wasn't there. I waited for about 30 minutes before I decided I needed to get home. I ran home, I blasted songs about brown-eyed girls and lifelong love. I fell asleep after being on the phone with Liz for hours. I woke up in the morning fully clothed. I didn't remember falling asleep, but I also didn't remember putting on these particular clothes. I didn't usually wear black, but especially not all black, and I didn't even own a pair of Converse, but there were some on my feet. My room was different. None of my stuff was on the walls, it looked like a spare bedroom. I couldn't find my phone, I couldn't find my wallet or my keys. I started to get scared. I ran downstairs to ask my mom what happened, but she wasn't there. I searched frantically, but nobody was home, and then I started to notice some stuff. All of the pictures of me were gone. From the wall, from the fridge, from the mantel over the fireplace. I started looking closer and then I saw it. I wasn't in any of the family photos either, just my parents and my two siblings. There they were on the trip we took to Puerto Pinasco, there they were at the Grand Canyon and at my grandparents' house in Santa Fe, but I wasn't in any of the pictures where I should have been, and in my place was Cyrus. My heart was leaping from my chest, my stomach was in a knot, sinking down inside of my body. Full-bodied, swelling fear raced to every inch of my being and swept my senses. I threw up. I fainted, I woke up and panicked all over again. Then I started to run. I had to get to the park, I had to get to Cyrus. When I got to the park, Cyrus was there. This is the first time I had seen him outside of that hoodie. He was in an Iron Maiden t-shirt and blue jeans. He was wearing a pair of Vans and a backwards black snapback. He didn't look at me. What the fuck is going on, dude? I'm freaking out. My room is gone, I'm not in any pictures, I can't find my phone. You gotta help me. I'm going to try to help you, but you have to listen to me. Let's go, dude, I'm freaking out. First, I want to say that I'm really fucking sorry. Don't be just help me get my shit. You need to listen, you aren't listening. The best possible thing for you to do right now is accept that your old life is gone. It doesn't belong to you anymore. My legs felt like they were going to give out from under me. What are you? Listen. His voice was loud, it almost didn't sound human. I was once just like you. I loved someone who never loved me back. I was desperate and sad, felt like my life wouldn't continue without her. Then one day after school I met a kid named Rory. I was gasping for air. I tried to pull off the hoodie, but it was stuck on my body somehow. I was pacing back and forth trying not to vomit again. We became close friends, and after a couple of months he offered me a solution to my problem. It sounded ridiculous, but I was desperate, and so I went along with what he asked. The next day was the best of my life. Don't fucking do this, Cyrus, I swear to fucking God I'll kill you right where you stand. You won't. You can't. That's part of the rules I'm about to lay out for you. You can never have your old life back. Never, but you can have someone else's life. All you have to do is drink the powder in your pocket. Fuck. Fuck you, you piece of shit, I trusted you. You can't force them to do it, and they can't threaten them into doing it. They have to do it by their own will. I lunged at him, but I went right through him like I was made of vapor. You have to go to another time, only then will you manifest again physically. Nobody can hear or see you here. If you ever come back you'll disappear again. Why? Why did you do this to me? Why not somebody else? We're friends. We are friends. Which is why you trusted me. You'll have to befriend someone too, you'll have to feed off of their loneliness and desperation. You'll have to earn someone's trust and betray them like I've done. Until then this is who, or what, you are. Those are your clothes, you don't have a home nor are you allowed to have one. If you try to have one, you'll disappear. If it makes it any better, John, I'm so fucking sorry. I just couldn't be alone anymore. Good luck, and I'll never forget you. Friend. Cyrus walked away while I was screaming. That was about an hour ago. Since then I've started walking. I don't know where or why, but nobody on the street sees me or talks to me. I wanted to go see Liz, but I can't bear the thought of being erased from her mind. Hopefully I'll find my way back to some kind of life. Wish me luck.